Hi there, myself Madhav Jha. I welcome you to CodeChef and let's have a look at this question.
The problem is random NIM. The problem difficulty is easy and there are no prerequisites. Let's have a read at the problem. There are n piles of numbers 1 to n and the ith pile initially has AI stone. Now Alice and Bob are playing the NIM game on these piles, but there's a twist. As per the usual rules of NIM, Alice and Bob will take turns alternatively choosing a pile and removing some stone from the pile. Now, where Alice goes first, the player unable to make a move will lose. This is the basic gist of the game. Now, the twist is that instead of choosing how many stones to remove from the pile, they will have to use a random number generator. That is, if there are X stones left in the pile, they will randomly generate an integer R between 1 and X inclusively, and then they will remove exactly R stone from the pile. Now in this game, we have to find the probability of Alice winning, and that probability modulus this number, and it is when both the players play optimally. Now formally, it can be shown that the answer that we want to represent will be a fraction that will be P and Q, and we will do a modulus with the mod given here. Now let's see the input format. We have t test cases, and for each test case we will have two lines. The first line will contain the integer n, and the second line will contain n integers. That will be a1, a2 till an. That is, for all n piles, we'll have the number of stones ai there. For the output, we have to output a new line with the probability that Alice will win, modulus this number. As for the constraints, number of test cases will go from 1 to 100, the number of piles will go from 1 to 1000, and the number of stones in one pile will go from 1 to 1000 as well. Let's see some sample inputs. So for the first sample input, there's only one pile and we have two stones there. So for this is the answer given. In our approach, we'll find how we get this. Let's see the second sample input. In the second sample input, we have two piles where we have one stone each. So in the first, Alice will play. Alice can choose any pile, and with a random number generator, since both the start and end is the same, random number generator will always give 1. So Alice will remove this number of stones. This pile will be empty now. Next time, Bob will do the same and remove one stone. Now when Alice comes to play, there is no pile to choose from. So by default, Bob wins. Therefore, the winner here is Bob because there is no possibility that Alice will win. Bob wins by default. Let's see how we can approach the solution. So we have seen the default case when all the stones in our piles are just 1. If it is 1, then whatever number our random number generator generates, it will always be in the range of 1 to x, that is 1 to 1. So the only number generated is 1. So in each of their turn, both Alice and Bob can remove one stone from the pile and that will empty the pile. So with this, if the number of ones is odd, we know that Alice will win always. So the answer would be 1. And in case it is even, then Bob will win. So in that case, the probability that Alice wins will be 0. Now let's see for any other case when the number of stones is greater than equal to 2. Now in this case, we have a random number generator. Now we could find probability if Bob and Alice could affect the probability of the number generated. But if you check here, the number that is generated is inclusive, that is, it will be between 1 and x included, and it is equiprobable, that is, all the numbers have equal probability of being generated. It means that Alice and Bob, both of them, cannot affect what number would be generated. Let's assume the case of two stones. In this case, when Alice is playing, if the number generates 2, then Alice will win. But if it generates anything less than 2, that is 1, then Bob will win. So both of them have equal chance of winning. Why? Because the random number generator is equally probable. So with this, we can conclude that, and with mathematical proof also we can find that in case where the number of stones is greater than 2, the probability of both Alice and Bob winning is 1 by 2 because anyone can win. They cannot affect which random number will be generated, so they cannot affect the probability. Now when you modulus this with the big number given here, what we get is this. And therefore, we'll do a simple check. If all the stones are just 1, So in all the piles, if the number of stones is just 1, then we will count the number of piles. If it is odd, then Alice will win, otherwise Bob will win. And in case any pile has more than 2 stones, then this is the fixed answer that we will give. And this is our solution. Let's see how we can implement the solution in C++. So for each test case, we call the function solve. In solve, we take the input of n and then our array. This n is the number of piles, and in our array, each element will represent the number of stones in ith pile. Now with this, we also count how many piles have just one stone. If this count is equal to n, it means all the piles have just a single stone. So with this, if our count is odd, then Alice will win. So we'll print 1. If Bob wins, that is, it is even, we'll print 0. In any other case, because the count of stones will be greater than or equal to 2, the probability is this fixed number, as we have seen in our approach. And as you can see, I've got an EC in my C++ implementation. Let's see how we can do this in Python. Similar to C++ implementation, for each test case we call the function solve, take the input of n and our array, then we count the number of single stone pile. If this is equal to n, then if our count is odd, Alice wins, we print 1. Otherwise, Bob wins, therefore we print 0. In any other case, both of them can win 50% of the time. Therefore, we print this number, that is half, with the modulus. And as you can see, I've got an AC in my Python implementation as well. So I hope you understood the problem, the approach, and how we can implement the solution in both C++ and Python. Have a very good day, and I'll see you in the next video.